Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Video Games, back with another really cool arcade game that we thought we'd videotape for you. We're starting to rack them up. We've got a bunch of different videos up now. If you haven't seen the rest of our videos, check them out on our channel. And if you want to see what arcade games we actually have in our showroom here for sale right now, you can always see them at lionsarcade.com. But we like taking videos whenever we get in an interesting arcade game, just to document it in case there's not a video on YouTube showing what that particular game's all about. We just finished this one up that's kind of cool. I'd never played it before. It's from 2003, so it's not really a classic, but this is Nicktoons Racing. They've released a similar game for the PlayStation 1 back in the day, but this was the arcade version made by Chicago Gaming Company Incorporated. If you're not in the know, a lot of cool stuff is built in Chicago still to this day. A lot of amusement equipment. Stern Pinball famously is in Chicago. And so Chicago Gaming Company made this one and a couple other games, 10 years ago or so. But it's a racing game. Now, a lot of times whenever these racing games come out, they just use the same cabinet over and over again. And this one certainly is similar to the standard cabinet that you usually see on racing games, but it's been completely redesigned. Everything about it's just a little bit different. So it's got the plastic seat like on San Francisco Rush, but it's not the exact same mold. It's a little bit different, and it's orange. And then it's got the seat base very similar to Cruisin' USA, which I've got over here. See? But not quite the same, just a little bit different. And so they made it just different enough that it still looked the same, but it had its own vibe to it. Probably so they wouldn't get sued. But what a cool game. It's probably for, younger kids because it's Nicktoons, so, outside of SpongeBob and maybe Hey Arnold and maybe the Rugrats, adults aren't going to be too into it, but the cabinet's just big enough that adults can play it and kids can play it too. I don't know all these characters, but you got these guys. That's Arnold, right? And I think she's from Hey Arnold too, I think. She may be from the Wild Thornberrys, I don't know. Those guys, not sure who they are. There's the kid from the Rugrats. Is that Tommy? And then the man himself, the most famous of all of the Nicktoons, SpongeBob SquarePants in his little go-kart. So, it's a pretty sweet little game. This thing weighs about 550 pounds, but they built it really well, so you can just push it around. It's got wheels underneath it. That's what the back looks like. And then on the control panel, you've got just a standard steering wheel. It doesn't have forced feedback. Some companies call it force feedback, and some companies call it forced feedback, but same thing. There's a spring on the steering wheel, but it doesn't fight you with a motor or anything because, again, it's for little kids. They don't want to rip their arms off or not anything. And then you've got over here, while you're racing, of course, you've got just your standard gas and brake pedal, but you've got a power up button, a speed up button, and a jump button. Now, what go-kart racing game can you think of that used that kind of stuff? Basically, they were trying to kind of move in on Mario Kart's territory. So when you're going through, you can pick up little packages that have, like, see these guys coming up here? Oh, they didn't get that far. You get these little packages, and if you do, it's a power-up. So it might be something like a bubble that you can shoot at somebody, and if it catches them, they can get lifted up in the air. And then there's a bubble that goes around you, and there's a baby powder that you can dump on the ground and stuff like that. So it's very similar to Mario Kart. And Mario Kart, you know, is probably one of the most successful racing games ever. So I can see why they would want to nip a few ideas from that. And then you've got a speed up button. There's these little crystals that you can get on the track, and it's basically like nitro. And then you've got a jump button that never runs out. You can jump whenever you want. And so there's certain things like up in the air that you can grab if you hit the jump button just right. And then over on this side, you've got a forward and reverse lever. So if you go straight into a wall and you can't get off of it, you can actually hit reverse, and the little guy turns around and looks behind him and backs up a little bit. It's pretty cool. And then you've got a horn button that's bleaching out a little bit, but there you go. And it works all the time too. You can just beat the horn whenever you want. And then for whatever reason, all of the gauges have crooked arrows on them. And you got a full tank. Check that out. But your battery's almost dead. So anyway, really cool game. The sounds are good on it. This was 2003, so by then, you know, they got to the point where they could make really pretty good graphics on arcade games. And this had a nice VGA style monitor in it, which was basically really similar to a computer video card's graphics. And this actually runs on a computer. There's a computer inside of it, and basically it boots up, I think it's Windows XP, like an embedded version of Windows XP, and it comes up and loads the game. And then the whole time that it's playing, it's running that, but you can go into the like whenever you go into the test menu and stuff, you're interrupting the program, and it just, a window pops up and you can change some variables and stuff, and then you save it and it goes back to that. So, but the monitor looks good, and we got this in and was having some issues. We got it cleaned up and working good, and here it is, ready for some lucky kid's family. Probably somebody's probably going to buy this for their home game room, and the kids are going to love it. But what I'll do is, like usual, I'll set this up on a tripod and we'll play through a little bit of it. If you found this video and you've made it this far, you probably want to see what the gameplay is like. So let's go get the tripod. Be back in a minute. Alright folks, we're back. We got the tripod set up. I'm going to try to sneak into the seat there and play through a little bit and show you what the gameplay is like. This is Nicktoons Racing. Now you might ask, was this a successful game? How come I never saw this game? It was successful enough that they made two of them. There was one after this too, called Nicktoons, I think. But this was the first one. And there were actually more characters and more tracks on this one than in the second one, so I don't know what that's all about, but let's try it out a little bit. Try to slide into the seat here. I guess I'm on the beach on this level. Let's check it out. What do you think? Press gas pedal to start. Here we go. Alright. So we can be Arnold, Angelica, Tommy, Patrick, SpongeBob. Mystery Rider is, you know, just it kind of does its own thing. Oh man, I'm the Beavers. Okay. We better do beginner.
3, 2, 1, go!
And we're off. Oh, I missed the jump. Again, as usual, standard disclaimer. I am not a good driver. What's up here? You can see over here my mystery box. I guess if you hit the water, it does that. Let's do the power up and see what it does. Oh, you just shoot it at somebody, okay. And I still got first place. Must have been the shortcut. I mean, I'm talented, but I didn't know I was that talented. Damn pre.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh. Oh man, come on now. So I got a trash can. I wonder what that does. Okay, you drop it behind you. Oh, that's what it does. Did it get her? I think those make it where you've got turbo, so. All right, I got this down pat. Again, it's a kid's game, so it's not the hardest game in the world, but press gas. Rancid Raceway. You say I'm running out of time. You get like a certain amount of time with each quarter. This one's on free play, but okay, so that didn't work. Let's see here. Oh, snap. Should have saw that coming. Press gas pedal, continue. Usually I would say insert another quarter to continue.
3, 2, 1, go!
I think we're in a mall. Third. Said Tommy, I gotta catch him. Bikini Bottom Blowout, where we know where we're going now.
3, 2, 1, go!
There it is. That looks like a pineapple. Alright, that didn't go how I planned. No. It's bad whenever they have to help you get off of the horrible place you've wrecked onto. Nope. No. It looked like I beat one person. That's good, right? I beat I beat the mystery rider. And I didn't qualify. Oh no! So since I still have 32 seconds left, it's gonna let me go some more. I might have to get some kids in here to show me how to do this. Oh. Alright folks, that's it. Now you've seen it, Nicktoons Racing. In case you ever wondered, now you know. I still made first place. I guess it's because I finished the first 2 races pretty good. And nobody else consistently came in first. Wasn't that nice of them to do that for me? So I guess if a little kid played this, they'd really get a lot of bang for their buck. So, alright, so there you go. That's Nicktoons Racing by Chicago Gaming Company. If you want to see all the other games we have in, just go to lionsarcade.com. By the time you see this video on YouTube, this game may already be sold. But we might have something else that you're interested in, and if we do, you'll see it on our website. And you can also just check back for new videos. We like just videotaping stuff we get in that maybe there's not a lot of videos on YouTube of, or maybe we can show them in a little different light, and we can show you what they look like once we get them fixed up. We don't make them perfect, but we make them mechanically reliable and make them fun, right? That's what they're all supposed to be about. Fun. All right, we'll see you soon.